So just pulled up with this property. It's over in Stockton-on-Tees in Hardwick. It's a 4-bedroom house. If you've seen my previous videos, we were talking about maybe turning this into an SA, maybe splitting it into 2 flats to turn into 2 individual SA units. We're talking about potentially turning it into a HMO, or even potentially just as a 4-bedroom house. Or should we package this on, sell it, flip it, or should we just rent this out and keep it myself? Make sure you watch to the end because we'll tell you exactly what the plan is. I think it'll be given away a little bit as we get in there. You'll see what direction it is. But put in the comments, what do you think we should do with this? And if you're not subscribing to my page already, don't forget to hit that bell icon. Don't forget to hit the little thumbs up. It really helps the algorithms get that out there. But let's have a look around and we'll tell you what's been done, what's not been done. So right, here we are back in here. So originally this was bricked up. It wasn't even bricked up properly, it was actually breeze block. So what we've done is we've opened that back out. This needed plastering. We've plastered parts and tried to get away with some parts not to be plastered. This wasn't enough margin in there. This is new flooring down here. The only thing we're waiting to existing do at the moment is the carpets. So this was connected to the skirting boards, so it's too difficult to pull up. So we're just going to carpet over the top of this. But just had a paint in here. The Worcestershire board, it was already in here, so yeah, we kept that. Doors are going to come in once the carpets, we've got the Mexicano nice groove doors to come in. They're coming in after the carpet's been fitted, so we don't have to mess around with this, like what sizes you do them. But kitchen got ripped out. This has been plastered. New kitchen units, black tap, black handles. If you've seen my stuff on my Instagram, my Harvey Properties Instagram, you'll see they give us the wrong hob, because what happened with this originally was the hob and oven we was going to keep and the extractor fan, it was in decent enough condition from the old kitchen. The old kitchen was in decent condition, this was a bit dated, so we was keeping that, but the rip out guys actually threw it away by mistake. So when I asked the supplier to put the hob on, because he'd done the 3D drawing with the original hob that was in there, he just sent us out that same hob. So we had to get that re-upgraded, and he re-upgraded us with a pack and give us an oven, which is a bit higher spec than we usually go with, but all the same, it's done now, and the cost of taking it out, I don't think cost benefits a cheaper oven that we'd potentially put in now. But pleased with the kitchen, got the cladding up, get loads and loads and loads of bipolar reviews with cladding. Some people say, yeah, it's great, does a job. Some people say it looks crap, cheapens it. But for me, I've got cladding in properties, I've got tiles in properties, and without a shadow of a doubt, I don't get a penny more in rent. I don't never get a penny more in my valuations in this sort of like ceiling point of properties. So spending the more money, it's got a ceiling point in this property. So if I put tiles up or cladding, it's not going to take it above that ceiling point of price, both with rentals, and we'll push the ceiling point with cladding as well as we would with tiles. As a preference, you might prefer tiles, but as what you have to do is make work what works for a deal, not what works in your preferences in property. So here now, living room. So as you can see, it's only a 6-bedroom HMO. The plan with this, with the 6-bedroom HMO, would have been to put a partition here. This would have been a room, this would have been a room, that would have been a communal area. The reason it's not 6-bedroom is because we was particularly going to give this to social housing. Even though there's a hospital here, HMOs don't really work on this estate as normal HMOs. So we was going to give it to a social housing company that rented it off us for a 5 or 10 year lease. But they've just changed their quota. I've got properties with them. They told me I was interested in this property, but they've changed the council are not allowing them to take on any more properties in the area at the moment. They might take one in spring, and we might take a view on that in spring to say that if the tenant moves back out, we might give it to you then, because it's only literally going to be a partition up here. But at the moment, as it stands, yeah, it's going to be just a 4-bedroom. But do we use this as an SA? What would you do? Put in the comments. Do we use it as an SA or a single then? Another thing we've added in our wiring, we've got this up to the 18th or 19th edition. I think it might be 19th edition. Lose track with that, but we've got this up to standards with the electrics. Just waiting for the carpets. Our original carpet fitter is no longer a carpet fitter. He's now a pipe fitter. Shame, because he was absolutely really reliable. Bathroom, if you remember the original ones from this, what we've done is we kept these vanity units and the bath, which was decent, it was tiled, but the tiles were quite dated, so we just put this cladding up. Again, loads of debate is cladding good? Is it not good? I think this looks well smart enough. Obviously, if I was going to do my personal home, I probably would put tiles up, but I would live with this as well. I wouldn't be worried if I had to live in this or I rented a place with this. So yeah, I think this is more than adequate. I think it looks slick, it looks smart, and it's nice and clean and tidy. You just wash these instead of no grab, quicker to fit. We went straight over the old tiles, so the cost of not tiling this was probably about downstairs and upstairs and in here and the labour and everything. You probably saved a good 700 quid, I'd say. So in jobs that got small margins in, yeah, there's no point doing it in my opinion, but you might have a different opinion. Put it in the comments and let us know what your opinion is. Straightforward these, we've got an opinion, like these walls are not the greatest, but they're good enough once painted up. They're not in the greatest condition. There was a debate to plaster it, but there's not enough margin in this property. Originally this property was bought to go to Mears, and the margin it would have been larger and the spec would have been lower. I wasn't planning on buying this for BRRR. I was planning on buying this for return on my capital, because Mears would have given about £1,200 and like you would have cleared after the mortgage just short of £1,000. So £1,000 on a 77 grand investment with, well, you need 26 grand to put into this if I done it that way. So £900 a month on just short of £1,000 a month on a 26 grand capital is a really good return on your capital. So that was the original plan, but that's out now, that plan. So we are going to BRRR it. It's not got as much margin in there as BRRR as I liked, but it probably will be BRRR depending on what strategy we go with it. Still going to not reveal that to the end. But you obviously can see it's not HMO, but yeah, each room was painted. Just painting them out, that's an easy fills on the walls. It's a decision not to fully plaster it. Full house price is about £2.5 grand. It would have really killed out the margin there. Still got a small uplift margin. But the thing with service accommodation, if you use this as a service accommodation, it just gets valued on bricks and mortar. You won't get commercial valuation on it. It's just straight bricks and mortar. So whether this is a 4-bedroom house or a service accommodation, it's still going to be based on bricks and mortar. So let's go back to my favourite part of it, the kitchen. It's always the best bit. I'll tell you a little bit more around the price we paid for the kitchen and tell you what we're going to do with this. So, stick in the comments, what would you do? What do you think I am going to do with this? So, well, let's tell you about this kitchen first, but I'll leave you hanging just a little bit longer. So this kitchen is LMPG, from Magnet on an LMPG membership, and we give, I believe it was, because there's been some upgrades, I think in total probably about £1,600 for this kitchen, and that's with the hob, extractor, splashback, handles, end panels, black tap, sink, everything. Cladding was separate. I had a load of cladding in the garage, which we just used as an overspill. Cladding was separate, but yeah, the kitchen itself has cost about 1,600 quid, and the labour wise fitting it has been, I think, about £600, maybe £700. So that's not including the flooring. The labour of the kitchen was about, that's including the labour. Again, the flooring was in the garage as an overspill as well, so paid for that previously. Probably would have been maybe a couple £100 worth of flooring, like material wise, probably less than that, saying that, maybe about £150 worth of flooring. So the big reveal, what am I going to use this for? Should I use it for, obviously HMO's out, we might use it for that in the future still, but should we use it as service accommodation or should we use it as a single let? So little drum roll, I am actually going to use it as single let. We'll put it on the market as a 4-bedroom in Stockton-on-Tees. The council gives £650. So my thought process behind this was, if we put it on for £700, a lot of council tenants need 4-bedroom. A lot of housing benefit tenants need 4 bedrooms, but can't afford. But there's not many available. Sorry. And the fact they can afford a £50 top up is more than affordable for benefits tenants. Tells me that if we put it on for 7, it might attract benefits, or somebody just needs a 4 bedrooms. There's not a load of availability for 4 bedrooms, full stop. I looked on the market at the time of making the decision, and I think there was about 3 other 4 bedrooms available. So the little volume of them and the need for some families to have them I felt would keep the price pretty strong. I'm very happy with that. It's still, I believe it will value around 100k. So I'm probably going to leave the refurb in total. We're not finally tallied it up, but the refurb, I think it's going to come in about between 8 and 9, pretty much on budget where we predicted it to be. Not many unpleasant surprises. There was full wallpaper on here, so we had to strip it. So yeah, the refurb about that, it's probably going to leave us in around around the 10ish sort of K mark in the deal. So the return on capital employed in this deal is going to be around the 40%, and it's not going to be the hassle of a SA. SAs do take a lot of management. Although I'll probably get a managing agent to do that, it's just a steady income as a family home. It's been all the issues are being resolved in here, so it'll be lasting. So yeah, that's the final decision with it. If you're not already subscribed to my page and you find this content useful, please subscribe to this page. My why is to live on my own terms. My mission is to help as many people live on their own terms, using property as a vehicle to do that, whether that be through education, portfolio building, property management. So I please ask you, if you do get value from this, share this out so we can help more people get an understanding how they can make a much better lifestyle and use assets to grow their income. So subscribe, hit that bell icon, make sure you give us a follow and a share. And remember, if you don't evolve your ideas, you'll never live on your own terms. So evolve your ideas, live on your own terms, have a fantastic day.